Hi everybody from a rather cool and chilly Surrey. Welcome to the second video of the 4-video series. And today we're going to really look and focus on what the importance of a productive mindset and thinking, and why that's going to be so important in the next 3 to 6 months. Just quickly before that, I hope your surveys are running smoothly, and that any issues that you might have, please contact us, and any help that you can give to make sure that your departments are participating, are actively getting involved, because the more participants, the better. And obviously that gives the data more richness, and certainly will help us to provide you with some really key information when we get to giving you your feedback. So if you can really, anything that you can do to help will be great. I'm going to quickly share my screen just to sort of give you just share some ideas of why the importance of having the right mindset and thinking, and why that's going to be so important in the next 3 to 6 months. Just a quick reminder that there are 3 videos, and we're going to have them every 2 to 3 days, and really just to sort of make sure that you prepare yourselves well for when we go through that feedback session at the end of your survey. And today we're going to look very briefly at the power of a productive mindset and thinking, and why that's going to be so important to you. In about 2 to 3 days time, we're going to be looking at why productivity, and particularly the importance of rethinking productivity. And what I mean by that is getting the very most out of every single day that you come to work. And finally, what we're going to do is we're going to look at how you can help your teams out of this, what I call it, the post-COVID slumber, out of this period, through into bounce back, and into really making your business stronger than it ever has been. So that's really what we're going to cover in the next 3 sessions. And this is just to keep us going while the survey is going on. So let's quickly go on to the power of a productive mindset and thinking. I think we all know that we prefer to be around positive people. We all want to be around the glass half full type of people rather than the glass half empty. I don't have to tell you how draining it can be when all that someone does is look at the negative side of things, and they can really pull the energy out of a team. Research tells us that the right attitude, when you have the right attitude and thinking, you can multiply your productivity, and you can multiply your performance by up to 8 times, it's tremendous. And there have been a lot of studies, particularly with high performance athletes, that demonstrate that. So when you get your attitude right, you can do so much more. And the right thinking, particularly at this point, will open doors and open opportunities that we don't know are there right now. I am convinced that in the next 6 to 12 months, that top 10% of businesses who have the right mindset and the right thinking will see opportunities that other companies and other competitors do not. And so the question is that you? And I sincerely hope it is, and I will love to encourage that in you. And it's a choice as well. And attitude and thinking is, we have a choice there. You have a choice of getting out of bed every morning and having a good attitude, or equally you can not have that. And so it goes without saying that I'm going to strongly encourage you to develop skills and habits which get you into the right frame of mind. And I'll be delighted to help you with that. So what does a good attitude look like? Well, there are 5 key things that make a good attitude, and they are common sense. But let me just share those 5 things with you. The first is obviously having a positive attitude, looking for the opportunities, realizing that when things go wrong, we can all whine and whinge and moan, or we can just get on with it. We can look at things that from a positive perspective, a learning perspective, and move on. And that is key to having the right mindset for the next 3 to 6 months. Also, service. Having a service attitude. It goes without saying that the best companies always have that attitude towards their customers, but I'm also going to encourage you as a leader to think about how you serve your people and your team. It's having that sort of service attitude towards your people. They do not owe you. a favor as because they're part of your team. It's you need to help them to flourish and develop and grow. And you are effectively a gardener. You have all the, if you are a good manager, you have all the right tools to help that plant grow. And you've got to look at your people like that. The third element is being creative and being resilient. And those two sort of work together, because at the end of the day, we've all experienced some pretty challenging times in the last 3 months. And we've had to be creative. I'm sure you all had to be creative over the last 3 months. And it's that type of thinking that will help you to deliver and make your business better. So what creativity, what things could the business do to develop new markets, to develop new products, to develop new services, etc., for your clients and potentially some new clients. And when things go wrong, it's having the resilience. It's to basically dust yourself off, brush yourself off, and realize that, you know what, it's only a setback and let's move on. So it's having that creativity and resilience, which is the third key piece. The fourth key piece is the ability to work with others as a team. And I sincerely hope as a leadership team, you've developed that team working. And if you need to think about how you can work even better as a team, play to each other's strengths. In your departments, is everyone playing to their strengths? And can you help them to develop different strengths for the coming next 3 to 6 months? Because things are changing, as you know, I'm sure. So it's working well as a team. And last of all, personal accountability. And that starts with the leadership team. That starts with you. Are you prepared to take responsibility, or are you looking for scapegoats, and do you look to point the finger at others? I sincerely hope not. Sometimes we just need to take it on the chin, hold one's hands up and say, okay, that was down to me and it didn't work. It was my responsibility. And we want to try and encourage that attitude within everybody, not to create a fear culture, but it's an okay to fail culture, but we must learn from that and make sure we don't do that again. So basically, those are the 5 key things that great businesses demonstrate when it comes to having productive mindset and attitude. And the question is, how do you score? I encourage you to score yourself out of 5 in each of those areas. 5 being pretty much as good as you could possibly be, 4 being strong, 3 being you're okay, but it's neither a great strength of yours or a weakness. 2 would be it's an area that you could improve, and 1 would be you really need to focus on this and improve it quite quickly. But it's a 1 to 5 scale. Why don't you just put a number against each of those things and score yourself quickly? And I'd be interested to see what you score, and we'll maybe talk about that when we do the feedback session. So the next video is going to be all around productivity. It's going to be about how can you help your people manage their days better to make sure that they get the very best and most out of their days. All right, so thank you for your time. I look forward to sharing the next video with you in about 2 to 3 days' time. Keep the sort of encouragement going when it comes to your survey, and I look forward to seeing you when it comes to the feedback in a week or two's time. Okay, see you later.